All right, folks. This is a more detailed overview of our lesson four. Lesson four. There's my home page. I'm over there to the left on my contents. I clicked lesson four, and there are my tasks. Students, I want you to know this is really a great course. We've got basically three types of students in our 30 some odd students. We've got some that are they just need this course, and they didn't get credit before or whatever, and they kind of mainly know the material, so they're zipping through it. We got some folks that are just kind of, you know, they're taking it like they would at a college, and then there are some of us that maybe have not took it in a long time, or we're really not math people, but the benefit is by going through this and trying to get the encouragement that you need and the skills that you need and the understanding that you need, that you will be able to do more. So just think about a door opening up, a door of opportunity. Now, I do know that some folks that math is not their deal. They associate college algebra with pain, and that's not good. You can work through your pain, and I'm not saying that to belittle anybody. I know what I'm talking about, and I've helped a lot of students through this experience, and not everybody, but most people say I'm glad I went through it, and I understand algebra a lot better now, and I'm better at it. I still am not great with it and don't like it totally, but I'm okay with it. I hope that that happens to you. And for a couple of you guys that have been away from math for a long time, you may be a little afraid and you may be a little intimidated by that younger group that are zipping right through. You don't need to be. Your hard work ethic and strong character will lead you through. So be aware of that. Be encouraged by that. All right, so here we go. Let's go to that advanced organizer, and you'll see. Oh, I've got to move my silly window. Hold on. Okay, I'll move it back in a moment, but it's telling you that we're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide what we call rational expressions. Don't forget to look at that video to get that quick overview. So the students will be expected to do these four things. I'll go through them in detail. And then here's your task list: readings, homework, discussion, quiz, and then I've got this exciting study guide and study guide answers. I am telling you, this course is put together really, really well. All right, I've got to pause. Okay, I'm back. Now, let's take a look here. Here are your assignments. Oh, I can't stand that happening here. Well, over here to the side, your assignments. Uh, okay, so you got your reading. Great reading in the book there. These assignment problems. Great reading in the book here. And these assignment problems. Let's just talk about this for a second. Okay? So again, we're just loading that textbook up. These are the things that you're supposed to learn: simplifying and multiplying. That's very, very crucial, extremely so. And here's some examples. And again, what I would do is I would go through this example step by step. So example 2, can you simplify blah? Okay. So notice you're going to have to use your factor trinomial skills, and you're going to have to remember you can only divide out factors that are exactly the same. And so these factors divide out, and then you're left with this. Okay. All right, example 2. Notice we have these a difference of two squares at the top and a perfect square trinomial at the bottom. And there it is all divided out. Now, there's a little trick here. You see this 5 minus x and x minus 5? That is called the -1 technique. That's what I call it. And that is a good way to reverse. Can you explain that in 10 seconds? Yes. 3 minus 5 is -2. 5 minus 3 is 2. They're only off by a negative sign. So just factor out that negative sign. Okay? I tell students over and over and over, don't make math complicated. So here's a little math moment, if you would. Number one, seeing is not believing. You cannot just see something done and then believe it and know it math-wise. Doing is understanding. Doing the example like this one, doing it out while you're looking at it, that is understanding. And then the last, and this is probably the most important one, working examples. Let me put this over here so I can look at you. Working examples and the assigned problems correctly is the key to success. That's important. Matter of fact, that is key to the whole thing. So here you go. We're looking at example 4, and we're going to have to factor by grouping at the top, and then we'll get a difference of 2 squares. And I would say factor completely. Factor completely. So again, there's a factor by grouping. You're only going to divide out or cancel the factors that are the same. Now we're going to multiply and divide. Multiplying, dividing, and according to my video, which I know you looked at, right? Okay. We are going to multiply those 2 together. And so I factor out everybody. Now they're all factored out. And notice I could, in this case, we put them all under one big fraction. Okay, see that times there? So they're all into one big fraction. We just divided, I call them homeboy and homegirl. Okay, sorry about that. So just divided them out, and there we go. Okay. Now, dividing. So in my little video, I showed you how to divide 2 fractions out. Okay, so we know what to do there. Again, what I do is I change the problem to a multiplication problem. I factor out completely. In this case, it's all under one fraction. You do not have to do that step if you don't want to. Divide out, and final answer right here. You do not have to multiply it back out. So keep that in mind. Now this problem is a little more difficult. Just keep my advice in mind. Notice I've got 3 rational expressions. I'm dividing the second one. Now keep this in mind. If you are, I call you math is not your thing, you're looking at that problem and you're about ready to give up. I mean, this seems just so complicated to you. And my answer is, it's not that bad. Try to trust me and reach out if you need help. Okay, so notice here's the problem that's been rewritten. We're only going to flip the one factor that's after the division symbol. Go through the process. Wow, look at all that stuff that wiped out. And that answer is much, much simplified. That is an important part of this particular course. So some key takeaways. There you go right there. Simplifying rational expressions is similar to fractions. Multiplying rational expressions, don't forget the factor. To divide rational expressions, multiply by the reciprocal. All right, so here are your assignment problems. This one just says simplify. This one says simplify the given rational expression. Assume all variable expressions in the denominator are non-zero. That's just a big, fancy, complicated way of saying, if you notice down over in this problem here, x and y cannot both be 1 because that would cause you to have a 0 at the bottom. Okay, keep that in mind. And then here is where we want to multiply, divide. Here's a discussion point question, and here are your answers. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm noticing I only have like 4 minutes left on this video, so I'm going to have to move fairly quickly. I'm going to use my little quick procedure. I go up to the top, and I already messed up, so we're just going to go over here. Lesson 4, and here are the other items. So I wish I had time to look at that lesson part 2. All right, simplifying rational expressions, adding and subtracting. Let me click on this for a second. Now, that's a great lesson on adding and subtracting. So here's an example where you're trying to add, this one right here, you're trying to add these two together. You have to find a common denominator. And one way is to build a common denominator. So notice what we do. We copy the problem here, and then we rewrote the second one. We just factored, and now I built the first rational expression by using x plus 1 over x plus 1. You got to look at my video to get the full understanding. Now we have a common denominator, can put them all under one denominator, and if you can combine the like terms, fine. All right, here's one right here. I don't have a common denominator. What would the common denominator be? It would be 6a squared b squared. We go through a lot of other examples there. Really very, very good lesson. So I'm going back up here to the top. Now, I want to take a moment. Sorry, I got to get here real close here. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Some good videos. Let me go back a little bit. Adding and subtracting. I just did that. Multiplying and dividing. Videos. Great videos. Now, don't forget, when you click on the video over there to the left, there are a lot of other videos you could watch too. I know you're probably saying, I'm putting a lot of time into this class. Well, time in the first few chapters is very, very helpful. All right, here's discussion 4. And so I've done more about these discussions, trying to communicate more effectively to you. Here's the directions. Again, so here's my intro video. Here's the short video that you can look at. And here's detailed overview. That's the one I'm making right now. There's your quiz. Now, this is great. A study guide, I am telling you. So, Mr. Staples, I'm getting ready to take the test, and I want to make sure I'm okay. I go, okay. There's some little quick review, and here's some problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, look at this problem. Kind of serious. Don't forget to get some help. I'll be happy to help you. Evaluate. Now, I know you know how to do that now. Factor completely. So what would you pull out? I would pull out a number. It looks like 3 would work. And x is common to all of them, so I would pull out a 3x. Okay, so that's pretty good. Mr. Staples, I want to be sure I knew how to do those answers. Got an answer for you. Just go down here where you say Study Guide Solutions. And lo and behold, each of these problems are more or less explained. Okay, not perfectly, but very well. And there's that last example there, 3x times, we just had to factor that trinomial. So please keep that in mind. A couple information pointers with this particular unit. Keep in mind, test 1. So test 1 includes lessons 1 through 4. Look, this is well worth your time. Get every piece of help you need. Make sure you feel comfortable with the problems. Take the quizzes. Okay, you got an 80. It's not 100. Okay, if you get 80 or more on the quizzes, you're in good shape. I tell my students that. I tell my face-to-face classes that. And you're not going to get everything totally the first time. That didn't happen in the last math class you had, but I wouldn't really worry about that. You just got to kind of live with the situation. But please, be encouraged. You got a great opportunity here, and come see me during office hours. Reach out to your tutors, to the Smart Thinking, to the Success team, and this would be a great experience for you. So I do wish you well, and best wishes.